Okay, what would the equivalent be of like running into a pebble when you're going like 50 billion miles an hour, but like on a spaceship? So like say you're flying, I guess it would be like hitting an asteroid, or maybe like even a planet at that point. If you're measuring your speed in light years, a planet probably would not be that big of a target to miss. I'm assuming it would it would not be a common occurrence. I mean, hitting pebbles at like super high speeds is already not that common of an occurrence, and just like completely derailing the car. But you know what I mean. Like, I think asteroids would be the pebbles, and I think planets would be the maybe electrical pylons. Like they're pretty big and steady. But like it wouldn't be the first time somebody's hit that. Wouldn't be the last time either. So the next question now is, what would be the spaceship equivalent of like an animal just jumping on you at the road, like in front of you on the road? Maybe like there's a herd of cows, herd of sheep that are like trying to traverse. Maybe it's an elephant. Maybe it's a war elephant carrying a bunch of uruk-hai. You know, maybe it's a deer, like the old reliable. The old reliable. What would the equivalent of a deer jumping in front of you on the road and just like freezing and standing there be? I'm pulling all of my space knowledge in the forefront of my brain. But like nothing really jumps out to me as, yeah, this would be the space deer. And like the only thing that's jumping out to me right now is maybe like other spaceships. But I would assume you would have like a radar, kind of like air traffic control does, so that you can see just like who's in front of you in traffic and whatnot. Like we would have figured out a way to tell that, hey, there's like a lot of spaceships flying around there. Careful so you don't collide. I think we would be pretty good at staying out of each other's paths in that regard. Because we're like pretty good. We're like pretty good at doing that with planes. Last couple of months would not give you that impression. But like on average, we are really, really good at making sure planes stay away from each other. And they play nice. So I'm sure we would do the exact same thing with spaceships. Spaceships. Because, you know, there's like a lot more leeway to go about in space. There's a lot more space in space. Who could have thought? Who could have thought there's more space in space for you to maneuver in and make sure you don't crash into things? So, space deer are not other spaceships. So, it would either have to be rogue asteroids that are not like small, like maybe big rogue asteroids that's just like unaccounted for, or just like some alien life form that is essentially the space deer, just like lives to traverse space, free roam by itself, no need for its own spaceship or anything. It's just like an organic potentially form that is kind of just like cruising along, and every now and then it may just happen to come across a spaceship. That would be terrifying. The first person to encounter that, just like an entity that just lives in space without like having a home planet per se, that would be just some cosmic horror thing. The first time it was encountered. Double so if it like was super rare as well. So like you'd go back, report what you saw, and then like nobody would ever believe you until like another sighting came, at which point it's like nobody would ever believe you again, and then like a third sighting, like several, like maybe a couple dozen years later, and they're like, oh wait, maybe there's something to this. And then like by the time we started researching it, it would just be a conspiracy theory. They're hiding the space deer from us.